are gonna do a heart-centered practice together. And so just knowing that, notice how you begin to feel with just that bit of information. Some of us, you're gonna feel really, woo, yay, and some are gonna feel a little heavier. However you're feeling is fine. If oil is something that you love to use, go ahead and grab that now. If you have lavender handy, that's one that's very supportive and in alignment with the heart chakra energy. If not, that's fine too. If oil is what you're into, go ahead and take a drop right into the center of the palm. Find a comfortable seated position. Rub the palms together. And hold the palms up towards the face. Inhale deeply through the nose. Invite the breath to the bottom of the lungs, then the mid-lungs, then the upper. Exhale through an open mouth. Allow the eyes to close gently when you feel ready. Again, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Last time. Full deep breath. With the exhalation, allow the hands to come to rest. Palms face down on the knees. And just begin to settle in to the earth beneath you. Stay connected to the breath. And as you inhale, reach the heart forward and up. It doesn't have to be a big movement to start. The eyes can stay closed if that feels okay for you. They can open when you feel ready. And so start with the inhale, heart rising up, and not too much of a curve on the exhale. Just let the natural curvature of the spine take over. Inhale, reach up. Make the exhale a little bit longer now. Perfect. Inhale, accentuate the movement a little more at this point perhaps. Make the exhale even longer still. Begin to round the spine and move the chin towards the chest. Move with the breath. Heart reaches up. Inhale deeply. Exhale, maybe twice as long as the inhale now. Round the spine. 3 more times. Feel yourself connect and attune to the breath. Move with the breath. Last one. Neutral spine. Help yourself into a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Press all 10 toes into the earth beneath the feet. Make space between the shoulder blades so you're not sort of dumping down into the shoulders. Strong arms. Look forward. Inhale, reach up. Tailbone reaches. Expand the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Lower belly moves in towards the back. Again, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, curl the low back in and allow the rest to follow. Last time. Neutral spine, inhale. Right hand reaches up. Stretch it as high up as you can possibly get it. Spread the fingers, push into the earth through the left hand. And with the exhale, slowly bring the right hand underneath the shoulder, between the left hand and knee. Right ear towards the earth. You can stay right there. If it feels good to you, then you can reach the left hand up towards the sky. Stretch active fingertips, and perhaps think about taking the left hand toward the right hip. Let the twist and opening happen at the center of the torso, but especially feel it around the right side of the heart space. Great job. Take one more breath. And then gently, slowly unwind. Come back to neutral. Both hands on the earth. Inhale, heart reaches up. Exhale, round the spine. Neutral position. Other side. Left hand up. Exhale, take it down and through. If you desire to, right hand comes up. Perfect. If and when you feel ready, right hand can come towards left hip crease. And once more, feel yourself rooted down into the earth. Expand from the center of the torso, most especially the heart. Breathe into the heart space. Last one. Unwind, come back to neutral. Look up with the inhale. And with the exhale, shift the hips forward. Lay the pubic bone down, the lower belly down, forehead down. Bring hands directly in line with the lower ribs. Inhale, heart reaches up, big toes stay connected, shoulder blades down the spine. Exhale, lower down. Move the hands outside of the edges of your mat in line with the shoulders. Inhale, heart reaches up. You don't have to go up far. Shoulder blades down. Exhale, lower. One more time, make the hands open as wide as feels possible for you. Inhale, heart reaches up. Exhale, lower down. And take the right hand and stretch it out alongside the body. And then move the hand so that it's a little bit higher than the right shoulder. Directly out, like a half of a T. And then fill your lungs completely. And as you exhale, simply roll the hips over so that you're stretching into the right shoulder. Right hand down, alongside the body, palm flat on the earth. Make it like a capital T. Reach towards Chris. And then roll onto the right side of the body. Arm is long, on the earth flat. Perfect. Great job. Take 2 more breaths. And then slowly on an exhale, come to center. Stretch the arms out into a T position again. Palms are flat on the earth. Take the left hand and move it so it's just slightly higher than the left shoulder, so it's still flat on the earth. On a breath, roll onto the left side of the body. So you're opening deep into the left shoulder. Perfect. Great job. If you want to, You can take your knee up, bend your knee and place the sole of the foot on the earth. Last breath here. With the breath out, roll back towards center. Make a pillow of your hands. And just give yourself a moment to feel flat on the earth. Feel the sensation of gravity. Hips heavy. Shoulders soften. Sense the energy of softness, compassion. What does that mean to you? Love, forgiveness. When you're ready to, bring the hands under the shoulders. Lift the heart up with an inhalation. Child's pose, wide knees, exhalation. Arms can be long, or they can be alongside the body. Hips move towards heels. Full breath in through the nose. Out, nose or mouth. One more. If the arms are not overhead, bring them there. Stretch the fingers wide. Press them firmly into the earth. Inhale into tabletop, top toes. Exhale, down dog. Move as your body asks you to, so maybe you want to bend the knees. Shift the weight side to side. When you feel ready to do so, balance the weight between the hands and the feet. Push through the hands, feel the shoulders move away from the ears. Feel the heart reach towards the back of the mat. Hips high. One more breath. Exhale completely. Consider opening the mouth. Look toward the top of the mat as you inhale. Step towards the top of the mat with the exhale. Fold. Knees bend. Enough so that the belly can rest. If the hamstrings feel tight, make the feet a little bit wider. Give them a little more space. Consider bringing the hands behind the back if that feels accessible to you in the moment. Straighten the knees only as much as you can while keeping the belly in contact. 2 more breaths. Long, slow, full. With the next inhale, feel the torso lengthen. Exhale, hands to the earth if they are not already there. Toe heel the feet until they are directly underneath the hips or toes touching. Inhale, flat back. Hands to hips, belly to spine, rise with a flat back. Hands reach up. Exhale. Hands to heart center. And consider today bringing your palms flat on your heart. And just tune into your experience of being alive. Set an intention for your practice, taking care that sounds like a method of travel, not a destination. And I offer for all of us ourselves to receive life exactly as it is. That we might find compassion and receptivity, forgiveness for those things which feel challenging, limiting, controlling. And that we might find ourselves joyous, not to the level of clinging and attachment, but willing to allow ourselves to receive and release freely, with faith, all that comes. I'll start with one chant of Om from the heart. Inhale to begin. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Flat back, full breath all the way in. Exhale, left foot steps back, left knee down on the earth. Inhale, hands rise. Consider bringing palms together if available. Exhale, hands to the earth. Pick the left knee up, step back, downward facing dog. Breathe all the way in, heart towards chest or towards the thighs. Look towards the top of the mat with the inhale. Step the left foot forward with the exhale, right knee drops down. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands to the earth. Pick the right knee up, step forward. Flat back, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Strong legs, rise, inhale. Arms open wide, expand from the sternum outward. Reach all the way out. Exhale, hands to heart or any other space of connection. Should you feel interested, bring your awareness back now to your relationship with the concept of loving and being loved. What does that mean? What does that look like? And more importantly, what does it feel like? Be an observation of the sensations in your body. Breathe. Focus on the exhalation for this next sequence of movements. Hands to the sky, inhale deeply, maybe for the count of 4. Exhale, work towards 6, fold forward. Flat back, breathe in, 4, 3, 2, 1. High to low plank as you breathe out. Come all the way down should you desire. Heart reaches up, 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 up. Initiate the movement in the lower belly, downward facing dog as you breathe out. Take your time. Stay there. 3 breaths, in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. Feel the shoulders move away from the ears. Expand from the center of the chest out towards the arms. Reach the hips up and back. One more full cycle of breath. Great work. Look toward the top of the mat as you breathe in. Maybe tiptoes and knees bend. Find your way there with the breath out. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Hands to heart center, space of connection. Exhale. Allow the eyes to close or the gaze to soften. Call into this moment, the time, the place, or places, the beings. They don't have to be people that have made you feel most loved. Include as much detail as is possible for you. Feel the sensation, wherever you feel it, whether it's your big toe, your heart, it matters not. Notice where you feel it. Notice what it feels like. And as we move through this sequence, 2 more times, focus your breath on maintaining and, if possible, expanding that sensation. Inhale, hands rise towards the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, lead with the heart, fold forward. Flat back, full breath in. Fold forward, breathe out. One more time, inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back or jump back if you wish. High to low plank, maybe all the way down. With the inhale, lift the heart, cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, breathe out. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more time, full deep breath all the way in. Think about pausing at the top of the breath. Feel the entirety of the torso, all the way out, nose or mouth. Look to the top of the mat with the inhale. Maybe knees bend, tiptoes. Find your way there, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise, inhale. Fold, exhale. Balanced breath now. Maybe it's longer. Halfway lift, inhale. High to low plank. Or all the way down, exhale. Lift the heart, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Three breaths, all the way in, all the way out. Shoulders away from ears. Breathe into the heart space. Look towards the top of the mat with the inhalation. Find your way to the top of the mat with the exhalation. Halfway lift, deep breath. Fold, empty all the way. Rise. Consider taking the heart up and a little back bend. Hands in a space of connection now. From this space of being aware of and connected to the sensation of love, of loving, of being loved, of being able to give love. If you're interested, draw your awareness now to any time in your life where you have felt rejected, abandoned, unloved, unlovable, unforgiven, And just as we did with the sensation of love, allow yourself to feel it. Notice where it lives in the body, without judgment, without shame. Just stay curious. And if it becomes overwhelming, come back to the sensation of love. Full breath in. Fingertips to the earth, exhale. Hands to the sky, inhale. Lower belly in towards the spine. Reach through the fingertips, full breath in. Fold forward, breathe out. Flat back, breathe in. Step or jump back, high to low plank. Inhale, heart lifts. Optionally, pause the breath as you move into downward facing dog. On an exhale, step the right foot forward. Spiral the left foot flat. Hands rise to the sky, breath in, right hip back. Heart expansive, exhale, hands to the earth. Right leg back. You can have it hip high should you want to. Lower down. Heart reaches up, breathe in. Optionally, pause the breath as you move into downward facing dog. With an exhale, left foot steps forward, right foot flat. Hands rise, full breath. Maybe pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the earth. Left leg back, hip high if you want it, lower down. Heart reaches up, full inhale. Downward facing dog. Complete exhale. In through the nose. Out through the nose or mouth. Do your best to allow the body to be still. Feel the hands, you're good, on the earth or the mat. Last breath here. Look towards the top of the mat with the inhale. Find your way there with the exhale. Breathe in, flat back. Fold forward, exhale. Knees bend, inhale, hands toward the sky. Exhale to standing, hands at heart center or a space of connection. One more time, do your best to stay attuned to your awareness, your experience around loss, abandonment, feeling unlovable or unloved. Exhale, hands to the earth. Knees bend. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back. Find your way down to the bottom of the plank. Inhale, heart rises. Pause the breath if you desire. Downward facing. On an exhale, right foot forward, left foot flat. Arms open wide if possible. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the earth. Right leg back, lower halfway or all the way. Heart reaches up with the breath in. Consider pausing the breath as you move into downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward on an exhale, right foot flat. Arms open wide. Reach for the sky, warrior one. On an exhale, hands to the earth. Left leg back, lower down. Reach the heart up, full breath in. Downward facing dog, full breath out. Drop down to the knees. Child's pose. Take the child's pose that serves you best. It's very, very common as we move through our existence to want only to to feel what's good, and to reject or repel what feels unpleasant. I invite you to consider that there's value to the fullness of experience. And that should we choose to open our heart to the fullness of experience, great freedom resides there. Take 3 more breaths, please. On your next inhale, bring yourself forward. Exhale, belly toward the earth. Bring the backs of the palms toward the small of the back. Forehead center toward the mat. Press the tops of the toes, the hip bones and the pubis into the earth. As you inhale, reach the right arm forward, palm facing towards the center of the mat, left leg up. Exhale, right cheek on the mat, right arm behind, left leg down. Inhale, left arm, right leg up. Exhale, arm and leg down, left cheek to the earth. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, arm and leg down, right cheek to the earth. Inhale, left arm, right leg up. Exhale down. Begin to work with the breath now, expanding the inhalation. So inhale for 5, arm and leg up. Exhale down. Left side, inhale for 5. Exhale down for 4. Breathe in for 6. Right side, hand. Out for 4. Left side in for 6. Out for 4. And then 7. Concentrate breath in the heart. Last one, 8. Arms alongside the body. Inhale. Chest rises, hands reach behind. Maybe you want to bring the legs up as well. Soften the face. Relax the tongue. Last breath. As you exhale, take the feet down, bring the hands in front. Rest on the forearms, spread the fingers wide. Elbows under shoulders. Look ahead. Sphinx pose. Relax the shoulder blades down. Very often the things which injure our heart the most are things we can't quite put our finger on. Things we can't quite explain, we can just feel them. So if you find that that's the case, give yourself permission to simply feel it. A A common misconception is that I have to know what I'm angry about, or I have to be able to name what I lost in order to just feel the feeling. If you know, name it. If you don't, you're still allowed to feel it. Last breath here. Slowly lower yourself down to the earth. And bring the hands to the base of the ribs. Elbows hug in. Lift the heart up as you breathe in. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Pedal the feet if that feels useful to you. What do you need? Do you need to be in child's pose? Do you need to be laying down? Do you need to be coming up onto the tiptoes and then down onto the heels? There's no wrong and no right. Last breath here. With the inhalation, step the right foot forwards, down the ball of the left foot. Draw the feet toward one another enough that your base is really strong. You're rooted down into the earth. Inhale, open the hands up wide. Exhale, elbows bend. Inhale, think about straightening the leg, maybe. Exhale, elbows bend, front knee bends. Perfect. Inhale, straighten the knee, arms reach. Exhale, bend. Focus now on drawing your awareness. 2 more. To anything that you are certain you're holding on to, and perhaps is less valuable to you than it once was. Bring the arms behind the back. Interlace the fingers if it's available. If not, maybe you just hold on to your forearms. Reach the shoulder blades down, chest up. It doesn't have to be a big back bend. Soften the breath. Straighten the right knee, turn the feet parallel to one another. Release the arms. Shake it out. Turn the toes to a 45-degree angle. Open the arms out really wide, super wide. You're stretching them as far as you can. And then reach the right arm up, bend the right elbow. You're reaching it towards the middle of the back. Turn the left palm to face behind you. As you exhale, reach back until you can't reach anymore, and then bend that elbow as well. Maybe you hold onto your shirt, a strap, maybe the hands meet. One of them isn't better than the other. Listen to the body. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend both knees. Goddess. Brilliant job. Perfect. Soften the breath. Feel the lower belly move in, the ribs relax down. Where we run into additional unnecessary suffering is when a moment happens. 3 more breaths, you can do this. And we choose to hold on to it forever and ever, amen. Last one. Rise up. Turn your left toes, or release the bind, let it go. Turn your left toes towards the back of the mat. Come onto the ball of your right foot. Perfect. Inhale, hands towards the sky. Exhale, elbows bend. And so the question isn't so much, did something bad happen? Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, elbows bend. Keep that going 3 more times. The useful inquiry is more along the lines of, did I let that uncomfortable, bad, horrible, hurtful thing stop happening? Or did I make it precious and give it a sweet space? And allow it to inform the way I understand the world. Pause with the knee bent. Bring hands behind the back. Think about interlacing the fingers the other way, the way that feels really weird. Reach the heart up. Soften the gaze. And then straighten the knee. Turn the feet parallel to one another and shake it out. It's okay to let that feel good, right? Like a little kid. These things are not mutually exclusive. We're allowed to be happy and also hurt. Both of those things can happen at the same time. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Open them, open them. Stretch, stretch, stretch to the fingertips. And then with the next breath, start to bring the left arm up. Reach it as high as you can. When you can't reach it any higher, bend the elbow. Turn the right palm towards the back. Reach, reach, reach with the exhale. Bend. Maybe make a connection, maybe don't. If the toes are not at a 45-degree angle, pointing toward the outside edges of the mat, do that before sinking down into the hips. Goddess. Breathe. Breathe directly into the heart, even as you're solid and stable in the legs. Allow yourself to feel the balance, the strength that comes with an open heart, even in a challenging situation. Keep the breath balanced. Rest when you need to. Remember that all the love that you can give starts with your understanding of how to love yourself. Last 2 breaths. Sink down as much as feels available to you, as much as you're interested in feeling. And then on an exhale, straighten the legs, release the arms. Shake it out. Take the hands up towards the sky. Feet are parallel. Lower belly towards the spine. Lead with the heart. Fold forward. Keep the spine straight as long as you can. Reach out through the fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. And then fold forward. Walk the hands in front of you. Consider bending the knees as you inhale and straightening them as you exhale. The hips are not moving forward of the ankles. The hips are staying in line with the ankles. And you're stretching through extended arms, heart towards the earth. Beautiful. On the next inhale, walk the hands under the shoulders till you're in a flat back position. Turn the toes towards the front of the mat. Spiral onto the ball of the back foot. Vinyasa or don't. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Inhale forward, high plank. Belly in towards the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times like that. Inhale forward, high plank. Everything draws towards the center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Very last one, inhale forward, high plank. Move the right hand underneath the heart. Spiral onto the pinky toe side of the right foot or drop down onto the right knee. Open left hand toward the sky. Take one more full breath in. On the exhale, transition. Side plank, other side. Soften the gaze. Soften the jaw. Last deep breath. Exhale, hands to the earth. Downward facing dog. Drop down onto the knees. Child's pose. Just for a moment. Look below the superficial circumstances of whatever has arisen for you in your inquiry about who has shared moments of less love with you. Look towards the top of the mat. Inhale, maybe knees bend, maybe tiptoes. Find your way there with the breath out. You can step, you can float, up to you. Flat back, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, or any space of connection that feels good and right to you. Close the eyes or soften the gaze. And look beyond, below, that initial, they did this, or I didn't do this, right? Look to what you made that mean. What did you make that mean about you or about the world? I know that I've experienced loss and abandonment in my life, and I made it mean about me that I wasn't lovable enough, or I wasn't good enough, that I didn't do enough. It's not objectively what happened, it's what I made it mean. That's the part that we have control over. That's the part that limits our ability to open ourselves to life. So look below. Look below. Set your gaze at something that is not moving. Hands to the hips if you desire a little bit of additional support and balancing. If you have a chair or a wall nearby, you can utilize that as well. Shift all weight into the left foot. Pick the right foot up. You have options here. You can hold on to the right foot if you have a belt or a strap handy, and you can just wrap it around. If possible, both hands can come to the foot. This is totally fine. Work to keep the knees toward one another. If that feels possible for you, begin to reach the heart forward and the leg back. Not hinging at the hips, but reaching the heart forward and the leg back. You're pushing against the arms, opening from the center of the heart outward. If and when it feels possible, then reach the heart forward and hinge at the hips, yes? Don't start from hinging at the hips. Take one more breath here, please. Exhale, just as smoothly, slowly, out of it as you came into it. Take a moment, hands in whatever space of connection feels good to you. Feel the energy moving through the body. Ground and root yourself through the right foot now. Or if you did the right foot last time, do the left foot this time. When you're ready to, lift the left foot. Maybe you catch it with one hand, maybe you've got a strap. Maybe both hands. Work the knees toward one another first. If that feels good, resist against the hand. Reach the heart forward a little bit more. If you can keep the hips in line with one another, and it feels okay in the body, then hinge at the hips. Take one more breath. And then very gently, slowly release. Both feet on the ground. Root yourself down. Inhale, hands open wide. Think about coming up onto the tiptoes. Legs are strong. Open arms. Look up. As we move into this space, begin to allow consideration that perhaps that belief, what you made it mean, is not in fact true. Or something that was temporary that you made erroneously into something permanent in the mind. Last breath. Exhale, heels down if they're up. Arms wrap around, reach for the shoulder blades. Tall spine, chin towards chest. Maybe you sway from side to side. Maybe you can feel the sensation of giving yourself a loving embrace. You see, very often we hold these things and we hide them really well, so well. But we know they're there. And we want and hope for someone to love it out of us, but that someone we're waiting for is us. Last breath here. Unwind. Take the hands up. Breathe in. Fold forward. Breathe out. Find your way into downward facing dog. You can take a vinyasa or not take a vinyasa. One of those is not a better option than the other. And breathe together in through the nose, out through the mouth. Reach the right leg back behind you, straight back. Reach through the heel, arms press into the earth. Exhale, shift hips forward, knee to nose, belly in towards spine. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to nose. Maybe spread the toes. Last time, inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to nose, spine round. Reach back if you want to, but find the foot flat on the earth, either way. Breathe here, feel the difference between the sides. Left leg straight back. Knee to nose, exhale. Reach back, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Last time, reach back. Pull it in. Reach up should you desire. Either way. Feet on the earth, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale deeply. Knees drop down, toes stay tucked. Send hips back. Reach heart forward. And so you're pressing into the hands, heart reaching up while the hips move towards the heels. Come forward with the breath in. Lower belly to spine. Begin to walk hands in front of you. Lower either the head or the chin towards the earth. If that works, armpits towards the earth, chin towards the earth. Breathe. Breathe into the heart. 3 more full cycles of breath, please. And then lower yourself back onto the heels for just a breath or 2 before rising into hero pose. Shins below thighs, tops of feet flat on the earth. You can allow the eyes to close, or you can simply let the gaze soften. Come back to the breath. And if you're interested in continuing with the inquiry, I invite you to consider that regardless of your current level of satisfaction, there is nearly always room to open our arms wider to existence. There is almost none of us that has no internal wound that it would serve us well in our giving and receiving of love to life, from life, to make peace with. That's not wrong. It's not bad. You're not broken. I'm not broken. What we are is alive. We're in the process of living. And sometimes that hurts. Because life is a capacity for continuous growth and change. And what that means is that things are continuously coming and going. We are welcoming joyfully and releasing. It's appropriate and necessary to feel the grief of those losses. But we don't need it to last forever. What makes it last forever is resisting it. And so as we move through this sequence of breath and movement to follow, it is my invitation that you do so with the energy of inviting reverence for the experience of being alive. That you allow yourself to welcome in those beings and moments which bring you great joy and peace, that make you feel so completely whole and loved that you want to cry. Maybe you do. And that you also welcome in those moments that feel so much the opposite, that you want to cry. Because by feeling both ends of the spectrum, the balanced place in the center becomes able to be found. So feel yourself. Stay with the feeling. Name what arises. Inhale, come up onto the knees. Hands at the base of the spine. Exhale. Heart opens towards the sky. Camel. Inhale. Hands reach up. Exhale to the earth. Slide down onto the belly. Reach arms all the way out in front of you. Surrender. Release every bit of muscular engagement. When you've completely released, bring the hands to the base of the ribs and inhale into a cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. Rest if needed. As you feel called to, inhale up and continue again. Hands at the base of the spine. Head moves back. With the inhale, hands reach up. Spine neutralizes. Exhale, hands come to the earth. Slide all the way forward. Surrender. Inhale, hands to base of spine or base of ribs. Heart rises. Exhale, hips to heels. Child's pose. Continue moving through that series of asana. Seeking understanding within yourself. Lose yourself in the breath. Feel yourself strong on the knees, heart open. Surrendered to the earth as you come prone. Heart rises, hopeful. And then back into child's pose. Perhaps you wish to invite or offer forgiveness, gratitude, compassion to specific moments. Specific beings. Perhaps you can remember to include yourself. Because the truth is, when we learn to love ourselves completely, we relieve everyone and everything else of the responsibility to do it for us. We arrive at the moments of our life from a place of choice. Open arms, open heart, open mind. Receptivity. Compassion. Love and understanding. Take 2 more cycles, please. We will meet in child's pose, soft, gentle breaths. Inhale yourself to a seated position. Stretch the legs out in front of you, but stay connected to that space. The movement with the breath, the undulation of presence. Reach the heart up. Eyes can stay closed. Exhale. Heart reaches forward. And just let yourself flow. Inhale. Heart reaches up. Exhale, lead with the heart. Head is the last thing to come down. Inhale, low back reaches. Eventually, spine is tall, heart reaches up, maybe head looks up. Exhale, heart reaches. Forehead down. 2 more times. Feel the sensation of the hands moving on the legs. And then this next time when you are in the forward fold, whatever it looks like for you, stay there. Soften the breath. Soften the gaze. Or even close the eyes. One of the most beautiful things about the journey to self-love is that it enables us to become very, very clear. Last breath here. Clear about how much we've tried. Bring the soles of the feet together, thumbs to the insteps of the feet, fingers toward the pinky toes. Open the feet up like a book. Heart towards the sky. And you can stay right here if that feels good to you. If you wish to, you can walk the hands forward. And you can even allow the torso to fall forward if you wish. On that journey to clarity with ourselves, we have the opportunity to accept ourselves, to forgive ourselves, to have compassion for the things that we decided to hold on to, for what we did, for what we didn't do. In that journey, it gives us reference points. It increases our empathy and compassion for others. Because now that we've truly seen ourselves, we have the capacity to truly see someone else. We're no longer afraid. We're not afraid to be seen. We're not afraid to see. We can make that choice. There is not condition. Take 2 more breaths. And slowly rise. Stretch the legs out in front, arms alongside the body. Feet flexed for just a breath or 2. Stretch through the entirety of the backside of the leg. And then bend the right knee. Place the sole of the right foot outside of the left thigh. If both parts of the hip are able to stay on the earth, then you can bend the left knee. If the right hip comes up, just straighten the left leg. Take the left hand behind you, even with the center of the spine. Use it to push down into the earth and lengthen the crown of the head towards the sky a little bit more. Right hand reaches up, inhale. Twist with the exhale. You can turn the gaze over the left shoulder. Maybe bring the chin towards the chest. Take 1 more full cycle of breath, please. Inhale as fully as you can. Exhale as completely as you know how to. Come out of the twist with breath. Optionally, you can rotate all the way down to the other side, forehead towards the earth. And then we switch sides. If both legs are bent and you want to have a little bit of playful fun with it, you can take the hands outside of the left hip, keep the feet where they are, and just walk all the way around. Otherwise, left knee is bent, so the left foot is outside of the right thigh. Right hand base of spine. Left hand reaches, inhale. Twist with the exhale. Soften the gaze. A really great side effect of this work, though muddy and messy, is that on the other end of it, it's bright, it's sunny, and we can remember what it feels like to be innocent and playful, and to just revel in existing, to not try to hide ourselves, not try to be who we think people want us to be or need us to be. Last breath here. Unwind. Maybe twist all the way to the opposite side. And when we're not being who we think people need us to be, when we're being us, then we're truly available to receive and to trust that we are receiving love. Lay yourself down on the earth, please. Lay yourself down as though you were made out of pure light, the finest crystal, the most delicate artwork that ever existed. Open your arms nice and wide. Take up space. Maybe shift the hips from side to side a time or two. Inhale completely. Exhale with a sigh. Bring awareness to the heart center. Come back to that sense of love and peace, being held, nurtured, honored. Surrender to the earth beneath you. You are loved. Deeply. Not because of anything you do or don't do. But because you are. There is not a thing in the world that you could do that would change that. begin to awaken from the heart center outward. And when the sensation reaches the fingers and the toes, begin to wiggle them softly and leave the eyes closed. Stay connected to a sense of peace and calm and balance. As you bring yourself onto the right side of the body, knees bent, arms as a pillow. Pause here. Savor the transition. This symbolic rebirth from Shavasana to fetal pose and then to seated can be a powerful one. And as you find yourself in a seated position, attune to yourself. And as we close this practice, the invitation is that you allow yourself to feel, and if available, give words inside. To exactly how lovable and wonderful you are. And become aware of what it is that feels to you like love. And be willing to receive just as readily as you are willing to give, and vice versa. Bring hands to heart, one hand and then the other. And we will chant the seed sound for the heart chakra, Yam, 9 times. If it doesn't feel good for you to chant out loud, that's okay. Feel the sensation, the vibration. Inhale to begin. Yam. Yam. Hold the vibration in the heart. Either renew the intention that you set, or set a new intention. And I offer for all of us as a closing blessing that we might remember that our essential nature is love. It is expansion. We are not separate from it. The separation occurs as a part of the Maya, the illusion. May we set our mind and our heart and our soul in the direction of burning away that illusion, that we might find ourselves open and receptive to every single moment of this life May we not take one single moment for granted, not one single breath, not one person. Instead, may we allow ourselves to be reminded, grateful of the gift that this existence is. We close our time together with one chant of Om, sending our intentions out. Inhale to begin. The love and light and truth within me recognizes, honors, and bows with a deep, deep, deep gratitude and humility to that same divine love, light, and truth within you. We are one. Namaste.
Love you. Bye.